Granny's Vintage Haven. Nostalgic touches and classic old-fashioned style throughout the home. Imagine walking into a space that immediately feels warm, worn, and welcoming. A home where each corner tells a story, a framed cross-stitch by the window, a china cup passed down for generations. In this video, we'll guide you through every step to turn your home into a charming vintage retreat inspired by Granny's timeless style. Whether you're starting from scratch or just adding touches, you're in the right place. We won't just be showing you ideas, we're walking through exactly how to bring them to life. From selecting the right colors to aging your furniture with ease, this guide is practical, approachable, and deeply cozy. Ready to dive in and start your own vintage haven? Let's begin. Start your vintage makeover here. Start by identifying one space in your home that you want to transform, like a corner, a reading nook, or a small hallway. Clear it completely so you can start fresh. Gather any vintage items you already own, whether it's a lace tablecloth or an old wooden chair. Lay everything out so you can see what story your collection already tells. Start layering with one anchor piece, maybe an old floral armchair or a distressed side table. Add in smaller decor like framed embroidery, a table lamp with a warm glow, or a ceramic vase. Keep colors cohesive and textures soft. Let this one corner become your inspiration board for the rest of the home. Take a picture before and after. It helps you see what's working and builds momentum for your next room. Top places to find vintage home decor. Start your hunt at local thrift shops, flea markets, estate sales, and even online marketplaces like Facebook or Craigslist. Early mornings often yield the best finds, especially at estate sales. Look for pieces with character, wood grain, slight wear, or unique shapes. Don't skip boxes of linens or glassware. Focus on quality over quantity. A single solid oak chair or a ceramic pitcher with a patina can add more soul than 10 mismatched trinkets. Always check for cracks, stains, or smells before you buy. Don't forget yard sales in older neighborhoods, they're treasure troves. Keep a wish list on your phone with dimensions and inspiration photos to stay focused. What to look for at thrift stores. Scan the furniture section first. Check for old wood tables, chairs with carvings, or curved drawer handles. Next, browse the linens, floral sheets, embroidered napkins, or lace curtain panels. Then head to kitchenware for ceramic dishes, milk glass, and teacups. Don't overlook art, frames, and even lampshades. A brass lamp base or a shadow box frame can easily be updated. Always give items a second look. A dusty mirror might be hiding behind something else. Bring hand sanitizer and patience. Bring a small measuring tape and a tote bag for quick grab-and-go finds. furniture pieces for granny-chic style. Look for furniture that feels storied. Roll-arm sofas, rocking chairs, spindle beds, or painted hutches. Pieces with ornate legs or visible wood grain give that lived-in warmth. Opt for slightly worn or naturally distressed finishes over shiny, modern ones. Don't be afraid to mix and match. Pair a floral upholstered chair with a whitewashed side table. Add a small rocking chair in the corner for instant charm. You want it to feel collected over time, not bought all at once. A small vanity or writing desk can become a cozy focal point in a bedroom or entryway. Classic fabrics that define the look. Search for florals, ginghams, checks, and tiny patterns. These fabrics are the backbone of a granny-inspired space. Use vintage pillowcases, curtains, or tablecloths to soften your room. Reupholster a chair with old bedsheets or sew cushion covers from thrifted fabric. Stick with cozy textures: cotton, linen, and soft chenille. Avoid shiny or synthetic blends. Layer different fabrics in the same color family for depth. Even a simple ruffled valance can shift a room's mood. Thrifted bedsheets often come in charming patterns and offer a lot of material to work with. Choosing the perfect vintage color palette. Stick to soft, muted hues: sage greens, dusty roses, cream, butter yellow, and pale blue. These colors evoke nostalgia and blend well with natural wood tones. Avoid anything too saturated or stark. Think faded over time. Base your palette on one key piece: a floral quilt, a set of dishes, or a wallpaper swatch. Then pull complementary colors from there. This keeps the space harmonious without looking matchy-matchy. Use white and wood tones to ground the space. Use peel and stick paint samples to test colors before committing. How to mix patterns without clashing. Use one large-scale pattern as your anchor, like floral drapes or a bold wallpaper. Pair it with smaller, more neutral patterns like polka dots or stripes. Keep the color palette tight, no more than 3 to 4 coordinating colors. Mix textures with your patterns for extra charm. A smooth cotton floral pillow pairs beautifully with a crocheted throw. Try alternating printed and solid pieces for balance. Trust your eye, it should feel cozy, not chaotic. When in doubt, add a white element between patterns to reset the eye. Must have vintage accessories. Start with framed photos, old books, doilies, and ceramic figurines. These small touches instantly add personality. Don't forget a vintage clock or floral plates for the wall. Scatter small clusters of accessories rather than spreading them evenly. Use odd numbers in groupings, 3s and 5s work best. Mix heights and materials. Stack books, prop a frame, and top it with a small vase. Let accessories tell your story, not just fill space. Every piece should spark a memory or mood. Rotate your vintage accessories seasonally to keep things fresh and interesting. With china, clocks, and teacups. Display china and teacups on open shelves or inside glass front cabinets. Choose patterns with delicate florals or gold trim. Antique clocks, especially mantle or cuckoo clocks, add nostalgic charm to any room. Keep pieces grouped by color or theme. Don't be afraid to hang plates as wall art. It's a classic move. Cluster 3 or 5 plates in a pattern for an elevated look. Use small plate stands for tabletop displays. Clocks can be non-working and still add magic. Mix teacups with greenery or candles for a fresh, unexpected centerpiece. Wall art ideas, cross-stitch, florals, and more. Start with framed cross-stitch samplers or embroidery hoops. These are vintage gold. Mix in soft watercolor florals, pressed flowers, or vintage botanical prints. Keep frames mismatched but in the same color family for cohesion. Arrange them in gallery-style clusters. You can also frame fabric swatches or vintage hankies for instant charm. Use wooden clothes hangers to hang old needlework or small quilts. Even a single vintage calendar page or recipe card can become a sweet vignette. Let your wall tell a quiet, heartfelt story. Arrange art pieces on the floor first to find the best layout before hanging. Cozy textiles that make a home feel loved. Layer quilts over sofas, drape afghans at the end of beds, and toss doilies over side tables. These small gestures create warmth and memory. Look for faded florals, patchwork, or hand-tied fringe. Stick with soft textures and muted colors for harmony. You can use fabric scraps as shelf liners or sew them into lavender sachets. Keep baskets of rolled blankets in sight, functional and beautiful. Drape lace over a lampshade or table for instant vintage softness. These textiles wrap the room in quiet comfort. Wash vintage fabrics with baking soda and white vinegar to refresh without harsh chemicals. Styling with crochet, lace, and ruffles. Crochet and lace pieces work beautifully layered. Think tablecloths, pillow covers, or valances. Use lace doilies under candles or as tray liners. Ruffled linens, especially in bedding and curtains, soften the space visually. Balance frilly textures with wood or metal accents. Try pinning lace behind open shelves or inside glass cabinet doors. Add a ruffled bed skirt or crocheted throw pillow to a neutral space. These delicate textures bring in light, air, and feminine charm without overwhelming. Use sparingly and purposefully. Look for old lace curtain panels to cut into placemats, shelf liners, or trim. DIY: how to distress furniture for an aged look. Choose a wood piece like a small table or chair, and lightly sand off any glossy finish. Apply a layer of chalk paint in your desired vintage color. Let it dry, then sand lightly at the edges, corners, and raised details. This mimics natural wear beautifully. Seal your work with a clear wax or matte topcoat to preserve the look. For extra charm, add antique-style knobs or floral decals. Always work in a well-ventilated space and allow full drying time. You'll be amazed how quickly a modern piece can feel 100 years old. Layer 2 paint colors, then distress, for a more dimensional aged effect. Quick project: Doily Table Runner Tutorial. Gather vintage doilies of various sizes and colors. Whites, creams, and pastels work best. Lay them out on a flat surface, overlapping slightly to create a long runner shape. Once you like the layout, stitch or hot glue the doilies together at the edges. Iron your finished runner flat and place it down the center of a table or sideboard. Add candles, books, or a floral arrangement on top. It's a budget-friendly way to add instant vintage flair and showcase forgotten linens. Each doily tells its own little story. If doilies are fragile, place the runner under a clear plastic table protector to preserve it. Upcycling vintage finds, tips and tricks. Look for solid wood furniture, old tins, or broken frames, anything with potential. Clean thoroughly and decide how to repurpose. Turn drawers into wall shelves, ladders into blanket racks, or crates into side tables. Embrace imperfections, they add character. Combine materials for interest: wood with metal, glass with lace. Add a fresh coat of paint or decoupage with old book pages or sheet music. Label jars with typewriter font or use old spoons as hooks. Vintage becomes functional again. Always check yard sales and estate sales for the best upcycling materials. Organize the vintage way: jars, baskets, and drawers. Use glass jars with handwritten labels for storing buttons, spices, or notions. Wicker baskets are great for linens, while wooden drawers hold tools or stationery. Open shelving puts vintage items on display while staying practical. Line drawers with floral paper or old newspaper for a nostalgic touch. Mix sizes and textures of containers for visual charm. Repurpose kitchen tins or sewing boxes for desktop or bathroom storage. Function meets vintage beauty. Label everything with old-style script or use stencils for an authentic look. Lighting secrets for a soft, warm glow. Use table lamps with fabric shades, preferably pleated or embroidered. Avoid overhead lights. Instead, layer with string lights or wall sconces. Bulbs should be warm white or soft amber. The glow sets the tone. Add vintage lanterns, hurricane lamps, or chandeliers for character. Hide cords when possible and use dimmers to control brightness. Reflect light off mirrors or lace curtains for a dreamy feel. Lighting transforms a space deeply. Replace harsh LEDs with Edison-style bulbs for instant warmth. Layering decor for a lived-in look. Start with large base items: rugs, curtains, and furniture. Then layer smaller pieces like throw pillows, tablecloths, and framed photos. Stack books, add trays, and tuck folded blankets into baskets. It builds depth. Overlap textures: wood against lace, ceramic beside fabric, glass near florals. Use odd numbers when arranging: 3 candlesticks, 5 pillows. Let your collections grow naturally over time. Make the space feel lived, not staged. Swap small accents seasonally to refresh your look without major changes. avoiding a cluttered look with vintage pieces. Edit carefully. Not every antique needs to be displayed. Choose a few standout items and group them intentionally. Leave breathing room around key pieces to give them visual impact. Stick to a loose color theme so items feel cohesive. Hide less attractive necessities in drawers or behind closed doors. Rotate displays occasionally. It refreshes the space and prevents clutter. Less is often more with vintage. Use trays and baskets to contain smaller items and keep surfaces neat. Mixing antique and modern, Grannycore balance. Pair antique furniture with modern lighting or minimal art. Keep walls simple to highlight vintage textures. Add a retro chair to a sleek space or a floral print to a clean white room. Contrast creates charm. Keep balance by using vintage in strategic doses. Too much can feel like a museum. Blend newer materials like metal or acrylic with soft florals or ruffles. The right mix feels timeless. Use one bold modern anchor like a light fixture to ground the vintage mix. How to style a vintage kitchen corner. Use an open shelf for floral dishes, teacups, or enamelware. Hang embroidered tea towels on hooks and display a collection of spice jars. Add a small table with a checkered cloth and an old bread box. Bring in pastel tones: mint, pale yellow, soft rose. A lace valance over the window or an apron hung on a hook adds heart. Keep functionality in mind but let charm lead. This corner should whisper stories. Display vintage kitchen tools, even worn ones, as artful conversation pieces. Creating a cozy reading nook with old-fashioned charm. Choose a soft armchair or vintage rocker, layered with cushions and a crocheted throw. Add a small side table with a lace doily and a lamp with a fabric shade. Include a book stack or shelf with classic covers. Place the nook near a window or soft light source. A footstool, floral rug, or scented candle deepens the comfort. Let the area invite quiet, slow moments. Make it feel like a hug. Frame a handwritten recipe or poem beside your chair for a personal touch. Common mistakes to avoid with vintage styling. Avoid overloading every surface. Let pieces breathe. Don't buy just for age, choose items with aesthetic value and function. And skip mixing too many eras unless done intentionally. Don't neglect maintenance. Clean vintage fabrics and repair delicate furniture. Don't fake wear too obviously when distressing. Avoid plastic imitations. Authenticity matters. Mistakes can dull the magic. Photograph your space from different angles. The camera reveals what your eye may miss. Final room reveal, before and after. Begin with a shot of the original space. Bare walls, plain fabrics, little charm. Slowly dissolve into the transformed haven. Layered textures, soft light, treasured pieces. Show corner by corner how it evolved. Highlight key changes, added textiles, rearranged furniture, upcycled decor. Let the warmth and stories shine. This is the magic of intentional vintage styling. Granny would be proud. Use soft background music and slow pans to let the reveal breathe. Granny's haven complete. Your turn to try. Now it's your turn. Start small, a lace doily, a teacup shelf, a vintage lamp. Let your space grow slowly with heart and intention. Find treasures that speak to you. Remember, this isn't about trends, it's about love, memory, and comfort. Make your space feel like someone has always lived there and always will. That's the heart of Granny's haven. And now it's yours. Keep a photo journal of your progress to celebrate your vintage journey. Thanks for watching Eterna Decor, where style is timeless and every space tells a story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for your decor inspiration. Until next time, stay creative and keep making your home uniquely yours.